Ironically enough, the best way and the fastest way to lose weight is by not focusing on losing weight. Hear me out. So if you ever try to watch a kettle or look at paint dry, notice how it takes a while for these things to happen when you're actually focusing upon them. This is because you've got tunnel vision. You are focused on nothing else but these things, and therefore time is perceived to go a little bit slower. It's only until you take your eyes away from the kettle and go and prepare the rest of the things that you need in order to make a coffee, such as the mug, the sugar, the milk, and the coffee itself, and then you remember, oh, actually I need to go to the toilet before I make this, that you realise that as soon as you come back, the kettle is already boiled. That's because you've been focusing on anything else but the kettle. And the same concept can also be applied to fat loss. If you focus on fat loss, if you put all of your attention into fat loss, then the fat loss aspect will actually feel like it takes way slower. An even better analogy for the concept of losing something would be by using toilet paper. So notice, if you look at this toilet paper, it's relatively full. This is quite a new roll. If you take a sheet away from that toilet paper, it doesn't look any different. If you take another sheet away from that toilet paper, it still doesn't look any different. What about 2 more sheets? If my dad sees this, he'd fucking clap me around here, oh, Jesus. And that's simply because you are focusing on removing the toilet paper. Don't worry, I am going to use that, I promise. But it's only after a few times of not focusing on the toilet paper, not really paying attention to how much you're using. It's only after a certain amount of time of not really focusing upon the toilet paper itself and not having tunnel vision on how much you're using that you'll eventually reach the wooden tube, the cardboard tube. And you'll be thinking, oh shit, I've used a lot of toilet paper, I need to go to get some more. That's simply because you've not been focusing on how much you've been using. And it feels like it took no time at all to go through that toilet paper. What, a day, 2 days, 3 days? Who knows? Feels like it's gone really fast because you've not been focusing on how much you're using. The majority of people who actually make success with their fat loss journey do so by not actually focusing on fat loss in its entirety. More often than not, the people who have experience with fat loss and who have adhered to a consistent routine for a substantial amount of time do so because they're actually focusing upon the other aspects of their journey. For example, getting stronger, building muscle, being able to lift more weight than what they've ever done before, getting into a decent routine, going to the gym because it helps with their mental health, improving their confidence, things like that. And they just let the fat loss aspect happen as a byproduct of their consistency. They're letting it happen, alongside going and getting stronger. And because of this reason, it turns into the toilet paper analogy. It goes from feeling like it takes ages and ages and ages and ages. I'll stop doing that now. It feels like it's going to take ages and ages and ages and ages to get to the cardboard tube. But as soon as you take your focus away from it and start focusing on, something else, oh, what's that over there? Oh, you know what I mean? You'll get to the bottom of it in no time at all. So it's always good wanting to lose fat, but stop making that your whole and sole focus. Have your focus upon the other things, and the fat loss aspect will happen as a byproduct of what you're doing. If you did like this video, feel free to give it a like. If you got any questions, feel free to comment below because I'll be more than happy to have a chat with you and answer any questions that you might have. Alternatively, subscribe to this channel if you want to catch the next one. And if you want any free fat loss or fitness-based content without any of the typical bullshit you see in the industry at the moment, feel free to give a follow of my Instagram at k.p_health. I probably followed that completely incorrectly. But yeah, have a good one and go and enjoy the sun.